Welcome back to the Xsplit Duels. We got two TVZs for you guys today. We got sort of the mid-range and the high range as far as popular players go, but I think if you've not been impressed by at least the Lillekanin so far in this series, wait until we see more out of both of them. Spawning here in the bottom or top left corner of merry-go-round, though, it's the red Zerg player representing Team Acer Esports, Paranoid.
And in the top right, we've got our green Terran player pulling out the one base cheese in game number 1. Let's see what he's gonna do in this game. It is Alien Invasion's Lillekanin.
Yeah, Alien Invasion's a weird team. They've got like this oddball crew of players who are all pretty good, but no one's exactly won a tournament or anything like that. I know Golden recently joined, though. That was actually a really impressive pickup. I don't know what it took to get him on the team, but I was really happy when they got him, because I've always liked Alien Invasion, but you know they got players like Lillekanin. I think they picked up Strelok. I'm not sure if Strelok's even still playing though, because you don't see him. But I mean, like CPU and a lot of these other sort of mid-ranged European players that are constantly in the weekly cups, constantly trying to play these games, and as a result, you see some pretty fun antics out of them. And well, Lillekanin's one of the most antic-y of them all.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the roads right now. They definitely have some interesting players. You know, Golden been doing really well lately, and we have Kerr in there. Has been doing really well lately as well. Of course, Patience in WCS, and yeah, CPU jobs. I mean, yeah, they got quite some solid players, but yeah, Strelok, not seen him for a while.
Well, guys, just while we wait for this game to kick off, two big things to talk about. First, of course, is the oddity of this being the map pick. If Paranoid does anything other than Roach Hydra, it's not like it would be the end of the world for him, but this is a map that's just been complementing that playstyle so effectively. Combination terrain, creep spread, and base locations makes it so nice to do. So I'm really curious to see what he'll do. And I think Lillekanin's feeling the same way, because he's actually over scout this game. But
yeah.
The other big thing, just while we wait for the game to get started, guys, Xsplit.com. Xsplit.com. Go check out Xsplit. They're, of course, sponsoring today and all these wonderful things, but beyond that, I use it to broadcast. I know there's a lot of, I don't know, I feel like there's this line drawn in the sand between OBS and Xsplit, but I think that line is kind of old, and Xsplit has changed a lot since OBS came out. Being a competitor, they were forced to tweak and change things, and one of the biggest things that they brought, one of the newest things they have available to them is, of course, the Xsplit Gamecaster. It's really simple, guys. It's I dare I say, I don't want to, like, be a competition guy, but simpler to use than OBS. Whether it's more effective or not, that's for you to decide, of course. But if you've kind of got the stigma that OBS is the best and XSplit is garbage, I implore you to at least check out the new deal of things before you get too rooted in your ways, because they do some good things, and I really like using XSplit. At any rate, Reaper hops into the base, second Reaper on the way, and he's seen the gas count, so if he goes for a third Reaper, I'd be astonished.
Yeah, and I was actually a bit surprised to see Paranoid go for the gas, and he actually went gas before pool, so he's gonna have really quick link speed, and loses a drone, which kind of sucks. But you know, if you want to go for the quick roach timing, or at least just roaches into a third, normally you see Zerg open gasless, but maybe he's just gonna go quick speed for safety reasons and then go into kind of roach hydra. But opening this quick speed was a little bit surprising for me, considering the map he picked.
I think quick speed's never a bad idea to have, though, because I mean, sometimes, honestly, even if you do go Roach Hydra, a remax of 80 lings is sometimes in order.
Well, sure, I guess, yeah.
Not commonly, of course. I'm just saying, like, it's never bad to have speed on your lings. But players like Tefl. Well, I was gonna say players like Tefl do Roach Hydra all the time. They incorporate slow lings on purpose as part of their army. So whatever the case may be, I think he's just worried about, perhaps a little paranoid about these Reapers. Sorry, it was right there. Low-hanging fruit.
Oh, no. Alright, but yeah, he could just be for safety reasons, but he's adding on more lings now, so he might just be trying to catch these Reapers, I guess. But the Hellions are out already, so he's not really going to get anything done. But he's going to be going for that third base, and we're just going to have to wait and see what his follow-up is going to be. If it's going to be speed lings into Roach, which we've seen Hyun do a lot recently, kind of like...
He needs to get this wall off. He needs one more depot on this wall. He's not going to be screwed if the Lings get by, but this is not going to be fun to hold off if Lings do get in here. Okay, good hold for now.
He's got a nice... he can just let the Reapers tank the damage there. So yeah, he's fine, but these Lings are going to be useful for run-bys if he keeps them on this high ground over here, which he does, so I like that. And Paranoid, meanwhile, is running apart. And let's see what Lillekanin is doing meanwhile. He's got a quick start, but he's got 3 CC, of course, but he's going for the Pole Viking. And just, yeah, one quick
This-
starport. Marauders actually producing.
This really feels to me like Lillekanin said, alright, I don't want everyone to think I'm a cheesy player after game number 1, so I'm going to play a little bit more standardized. The Marauder follow-up is going to be fantastic, because you usually expect Roaches to come out to deal with Hellions and the Reapers, but more and more we're starting to see Zerg players lean towards that Spire tech, realizing that, oh wait, if you're going Marauders, Hellions, Hellbats, and Reapers, you're going to have no anti-air.
Yeah, sure, but I'm also starting to think though, with that Marauder so early, you know, it could just be to, you know, be safe versus Roaches and stuff like that, but it could also be kind of what you and I saw Bunny do. We didn't really see the timing, you know, come into effect as it was meant to, because he did end up getting attacked, Bunny, in that game that we saw, but this could just be like, you know, Hellion, Medivac, Marauder, or Hellbat timing, not Hellion timing.
Yeah, it used to
From
be
three
Hellion
bases,
timing
like-
once upon a time.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised to see the armory come down soon, and there it is. So we're gonna see Medivac, Hellbat, Marauder from 3 base
Did he-
to try and do some damage.
Okay, Armory before Engineering Bay just feels dirty, I'm just saying. Like, not that I'm calling for a nerf or anything, but there should really be the necessity to have the Engineering Bay down at least before you can throw down the Armory. Because you're right, this is going to be segue to those Hellbats so nicely. Although if he takes a lot of damage on these Hellions,
Ooh, yeah, he doesn't want to do that. Yeah.
actually the Lings might catch them. Of course, Hellions are quite quick, but Lings are always going to be faster. Gets the
Oh,
Reapers
he's not
caught as
paying
well.
attention.
Ooh, this is going to sting. Of course, needs to keep these alive best of his capability. Does some good kiting, though. That could have been
Didn't
much
even lose
worse.
one there. That's quite nice. Did lose the Reapers though.
Yeah, I was gonna say he did lose the Reaper, so they don't have that buffer. But this isn't like the buffer of old times. No, Marauders and Hellions coming out once again. There's even gonna be Banshees in the mix, so Roaches alone won't stop this.
Yeah, I did not expect that Banshee switch. Like even one Viking, one Medivac, and then Banshee. Although we have Paranoid. Well, okay, he's got one Spore in the main, and only there. So that's kind of cool, I guess. Maybe just assuming that he might be Banshees later. So that's gonna be good for him, but.
I really wish he had just gone for that faster Spire in this particular scenario. Because he doesn't have Banlings, right? This 1-1's not going to benefit him at all. Roach is going to have to kite
Yeah.
for their lives, and they're going to have trouble doing that because of the concussive shells from the Marauders.
He needs units, like right now he's making roaches, but yeah, this is like safety roaches into a Ling Bling Muta style, but he
Yeah.
doesn't have that much ouch right now.
He's got the Roaches coming now. Of course, Hellbat's going to be healed by the Medivac, so targeting them down is going to be a little bit difficult. Queen's transfusing the best of their capabilities, but that concussive shell looking pretty good as it slows these units down. Dead in their tracks. Queen's running up the ramp away from the bases, trying to get more Roaches out. 11-12 on the way, but he's got to focus the Banshee. If he doesn't kill this Banshee, he'll have no anti-air to deal with it later.
Yeah, he does do it now, but it's not
too
gonna be
late.
enough. But it's a lot of roaches in production though, so I think he should hold, right? Like
I don't know.
fairly.
If they come in piecemeal, definitely not. He's got to fight with them all at once is the problem, because of those Marauders,
Yeah.
of course. But the Medivac's finally dry, so the healing advantage is gone for the time being. And it looks like Paranoid should hold this, but what's he going to do about this poor Banshee? There's no queens out.
Yeah, that's gonna be annoying. The Spore does finish. Is that gonna... Ooh, he's fighting it.
Oh.
Oh, he's gonna lose the Banshee.
Okay, a
Yeah,
little
that
bit of
was a mistake.
miscontrol to Lillekanin. That could have been a lot of more damage. I mean, that one Banshee, guys, make no mistake, that could pick off countless drones. It can maneuver around the mineral lines. There's always those safety spots outside of the range of the Spore Crawler, but it was at 30 health, so I understand the choice to try and focus it down. I mean, it was really close after all, but Medivac's still going to do what it can. And behind this, it's been a sort of transition into, well, combination mech and bio. We talked about this before. Lillekanin's one of the players trying to adapt both of these styles. Of course, the tanks are going to be
you're right.
phenomenally strong against the ground, but you need the Marines with stim packs to really deal with those Mutalisks.
Yeah, and he's actually gonna go into double E-base. He's gonna be... Does he need 2 E-base? Like, he's gonna struggle on the on the gas. Like, he's making tanks, he's making Banshee now, getting all the reactors. He's gonna be starving
Yeah.
in gas now, so he's not really gonna be able to use those E-base, but...
Well, he is heading to that third base. And I want to
Yeah.
point out, look at the SCV count right now. What did I say in game number 1?
Oh man, okay, let's look at the production tab. Yep.
It's just, I don't know, his vice, I suppose. But, you know, these Banshees are trucking away at this fourth. We got the Hellions running into the natural. There's no Roaches here to defend. The Lings run right by it. Oh, no! Oh, no!
Oh no, yes, indeed.
There's going to be some roasty toasty barbecue here in the natural base. For Paranoid, of course, he's on 70 workers, so losing a couple is not going to be too devastating. But, oh man, that positioning was almost so sick out of Lillekanin.
Yeah.
Marauders
It
in
has
the
to be
south,
said
though.
that hold before by a Paranoid, that was clutch, man. Like he should be in a really
Yeah,
good
you-
spot here right now. He's solid on 3 days now. Lillekanin just taking his third now. Paranoid is looking to be in good shape.
Yeah, he may have lost the 4th, but you're right. We didn't bring enough attention to the fact that that was an attack that hit when Paranoid had less supply. He didn't have units already in production. He had to start producing them as the army came out. And I think a small salute's necessary for those 3 queens that died on the high ground that guided the army around for so long. But
yeah, that's kind of true.
oh no!
But yeah, he didn't really take economic damage.
All right, Bansheetto misrallied, ends up catching the drone, rebuilding the 4th. So kind of cool, I guess.
Oh really?
Yeah. But he's got 3 Banshees, which is a weird thing to see at this stage of the game. Even for a player who goes full-on mech, you really don't see Banshees. They're really good for DPS, and no one's going to tell you that a Banshee has bad DPS, but they're not so effective as far as living goes, so that's why you don't see them invested too heavily. There's not a lot of anti... Oh my god, there's like 1 Marine for anti-air outside of these 2. Paranoid recognizes this. That's so many free tank kills!
Oh no, this is disastrous.
Oh, this is
Lillekanin didn't think this through. He has no turrets, no Thors. He
He's got
just
8
made
Marines.
tanks only.
I mean, Marines are coming out, of course, but yeah, this is gonna hit at a really nice timing here. Now these mutas might end up dying, but he's already picked off a lot of tanks, so I kind of feel like that's almost made it worth it in and of itself. But he doesn't have to lose them, of course. There we go. Now gonna disengage. Losing 5 mutas. I don't think you need to lose that many. I think he overstayed his welcome there.
Yeah, that ended up being. I mean, it's looking good for Paranoid, but that ended up being, I guess, kind of an equal trade. But
Yeah.
Paranoid with the 4th and 5th coming down, if he can start managing those, you know, he's gonna start getting ahead again. But that was kind of an even trade. But the quick hive, so Paranoid is still looking really good. And if we look at the upgrade tab, those double eBays finally doing work, getting 1-1. But we have already 2-2 halfway done for Paranoid, so Paranoid is looking pretty good still.
The whole point of the bio upgrades at this stage, it's not gonna be really for the Roaches or the Lings or the Banelings. It's the whole point of going this sort of build style is you kind of recognize at this point Thors are bad at dealing with Mutalisks, right? Like a good volley can absolutely shred Mutalisks, but generically Thors are pretty bad and Marines are going to be better. So as long as you can use the tanks, the Hellbats, Marauders, whatever, the Banshees to zone out the Banelings and keep the Marines alive for the Mutalisks, that's the only point of this, and the upgrades won't be as devastating because Paranoid doesn't have a lot of armor upgrades for his mutas, just damage.
Combat shield. Ooh.
Oh, if he loses this, it's gonna suck. Ugh.
Oh,
Such a long upgrade.
Yeah. Didn't even lost like 1 meter, so that's definitely worth it.
You know, here's the thing too, for the more casual audience out there, losing combat shields, it's 10 health on the Marines. You might think 10 health, what a big deal, but that's the difference of 2 or 3 Banelings to kill a clump of Marines. You know, you needing that extra hit versus Marines getting away with 3 health and getting healed with a medevac. So losing that combat shields is going to suck for Baneling engagements, but if nothing happens before then, it's actually an irrelevant loss.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. Oh, he actually killed his own turret. Okay.
I hate that turret in particular.
Yeah. Screw you, man. You're in the way.
Yeah. Alright, so the mutas are getting out of hand, but more so than this, so is the creep. This was something that Paranoid wasn't able to do early on because he had lost those queens, but now that he's given the opportunity some time to breathe, he's got some pretty sick creep spread going on throughout the map.
Yeah, and he's maxed out right now. Ultra cover on the way. Like, tech-wise, he's looking really good. His meter count isn't... He's got a decent meter count. He's not looking too bad either. So, 5 bases mining gas now as well.
I kind of hope he goes more with the Banelings than the Ultras, though, at this point. This is an army that's going to be way more susceptible to those than 3 or 4 Ultras. But Command Center looks like it will get established. Of course, this will be a magnificent planetary fortress.
Mm-hmm. So what I like about Lillekanin so far is that he's been turtling out. I think he identified that his push earlier on, that Paranoid did hold, it kind of put Lillekanin behind. So when you're behind as a Terran player, you don't really want to move out on the map. So I like that he's sitting back and just getting up for it.
So while you're talking, there's some Zerglings that are like freaking the hell out, like stuck within some Banelings. I don't know, it's always weird to see. But mutas sweep in towards the natural base. There is, as pointed out before, very little anti-air. I mean, he's got a couple Thors out, and that's going to be great for a little bit of splash damage. But for those who don't know, Thor's splash damage to air, oh god, hang on, that might not even matter. Here comes the Banelings into the planetary. He just cancels it and lifts it. A really smart choice, because this would have gone down absolutely without question otherwise. Banelings rolling into the army. This is an engagement off of creep, something Paranoid should not take. Recognizes this at the last second, perhaps, pulls away. But while this was happening, Milos get into the natural once again. The Marines are nowhere to be seen, and these SCVs are about to live a very, very short life.
Yeah, that was nice. I kind of feel like that those Banelings and Zerglings going so far forward was kind of to distract Lillekanin from his natural, and now the natural's taking a lot of damage.
Did it take too much away from him though? Because at the same time, he doesn't have a lot of these left for the defense. Now that he's fighting on creep, that's a lot of Hellbats on the front lines, and these Marines still without combat shields, but they've got the DPS with stim. Let's see if that matters or not. Beatles are going to come home, no longer going the offensive. Marines going to chase those off. 20 SCVs died for Lillekanin though in the process.
Yeah, you should suck this base. Yeah, okay, very.
Oh,
very
these
good there,
ultras.
'cause-
Oh no, the ultras are popping out of this base.
Yeah, that's a mistake. Oh, they're gonna get no.
They're on move
They're gonna
command because of the
kill.
rally. They're on move command because of the rally. Oh no.
Oh, that's not good at all.
Oh my god, there's just like a spread of green all over. There's more green down here than there is creep, I feel, spreading towards this fourth base. Bailings are going to try and connect. These Marines are so low. Stimming plus no combat shields. Really kicking in right now as his army just gets annihilated. Oh boy, that was dirty.
Some Marines left, but there's a lot of mutas, so he's gonna hold. Nicely done.
Oh, these medevacs. Oh, these poor medevacs. Boost, damn you.
Yeah, he lost a lot of medevacs there. That's painful.
Oh, I don't think he can deal with the remax. 7 ultras coming out. There's not enough marauders. There's not enough marines. And there's definitely no tanks in sight. Oh, sorry, there's one over here. But Paranoid,
yeah,
look at
was
this.
mining 5 bases for so long there. He's got so much bank.
Yeah, but he also took the 2 southern bases that Lillekanin didn't see, so Lillekanin would think like,
man.
oh, I just took out a base, I'm good. No, just
Yeah.
kidding, there's 2 more behind it. And still no combat shields. It's been denied so many times this game. It's like, just build a reactor in your main, dude, or a tech lab in your main.
Yeah.
This is looking pretty over.
Yes.
GG.
And also Lillekanin lost his natural base to those mutas, like before the mutas went back into the fight, actually killed that orbital, so that's really big as well.
Well played out of Paranoid. Game number 2. You know, he did it without Roach Hydra. Can we just give him a bit of credit for that? Not even
Yeah, I was
abusing the map for
actually-
Roach Hydra.
Yeah, I was quite surprised picking merry-go-round and just going. I guess he just likes the map. Like, what I did like though was that he went for that kind of safety Roach Warren, so you could get those Roach Warren to hold that attack off. Because without that Roach Warren, it would have been so much harder.
Oh, absolutely.
Unless he had like really quick banelings. So I did like that, and it did really pay off. Because without the Roaches, he'd be in so much trouble. So that was nice. Puts himself in a good position.
Alright, well guys, we're going to take this opportunity to run a commercial.